Hello, everybody. This is your boy, Walt B, and this is another episode of Respect the Melody. We're coming together with people who are on stage, who do this for a living. They make some part of their living through music, and we just want to have conversations for the creative collective. So what I need you to do is I need you to share this video. I need you to click that like button. And I need you to subscribe to this channel. Why? Because we're getting ready to have the conversation. Tonight we're talking about what do you do after a bad show or after a show does not go as planned. What do you do? Now, to help me have this conversation, I got my big brother and friend to the show, Marcel. How you doing, Marcel?
I'm good. What's happening, y'all?
Right. Now, Marcel, just can you hum a little something just to let us know?
You make me shiver. You make me weak. You make it so good sometimes. I just can't speak. All right, that's it.
That's it. Now, I want y'all to understand this. He's singing deep on here. You got all that rich bass. But when Marcel get going, Marcel, I'll be like, well, damn, is there a note you can't hear? Like he is, would you classify yourself first tenor?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say alto, but some men take that as an insult. But he has a really
and then I can do like tenor baritone.
Absolutely, because we just heard that just now. So real quick, Marcel, what are some of the things that you give us a quick highlight reel?
As far as what?
Just a few of the things you've sang on, just a few of the stages you've been on.
Oh man, SIR Studios in New York, to everything here in LA. I've been around a little bit. I wish you could have did more, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I would say mainly New York, a couple of New York stages that I've done, and then I'm from LA, so.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So places that also wasn't here. No, you remember like 10 years ago, man, they used to have like Weber's and all of that. It was like a bunch of places you could go to and do karaoke night, but it wasn't real. It was serious. Like if you couldn't sing, don't get on the stage.
So I like karaoke where everybody can sing. Hold on, let me just go ahead on and add my sis here.
Yeah, please.
My big sis, y'all done seen her all over my TikTok, all over my Facebook and my Instagram. This is my big sis, Angie B. How you doing, Angie? Now, I'm not gonna let her tell y'all her voice because she gonna say she's an alto. But she's a soprano, alto, tenor, and in some cases baritone. Like this heifer can sing, okay? I done caught myself a few times. Y'all know I slip into fan mode real quick. They like you supposed to be singing background, Walt. And I'll be like, well, listen, I'm listening right now.
Okay, well, I do the same thing to you too. Because you be all over the place while you're playing.
You remember, that's how I met her.
Right.
I had to jump on the backgrounds. Like, let me get some backgrounds here.
Right. Now, for those of you who are watching, we do ask that you click the like button. If you want me to see your comments while we're live, you do have to be on my YouTube channel, which is the Walt B Connection. Over on YouTube, that's YouTube.com/Walt B Connection. We'll see your comments and we'll be able to respond. Right now, we are streaming live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. All right. Angie, now, Marcel hummed a little something for us. You mind humming just a little something for us?
You always trying to get me to say.
Absolutely.
But okay.
How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I tried that love thing for the last time. My heart said no. That's all y'all getting.
Oh, damn, you quit?
Nobody's supposed to be here. You see, I got to start up there and come down where I'm at.
Right.
Y'all niggas roll on the mountaintop, but I'm gonna whoop your ass down here in this basement.
Okay.
You get down here to this basement. I got some fireworks.
When you come down to Jericho,
you get the fuck down here. I'm gonna wear your ass out.
No, Walt, we done heard your. I've heard your range. You stop it.
Nah.
Stop it.
But Angie, how long have you been singing professionally?
Ooh. I guess it's been about, where are we at? 2023. So I guess it's been about 13 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
12, 13 years. I didn't ask you that, Marcel. How long have you been singing professionally?
Professionally since '96.
Okay.
But been in groups and all of that since I was a baby.
Of course.
Yeah.
Professionally meaning that you've been getting paid, on some level.
Yeah, meeting the right people in the right circle. Yeah,
right. And a lot of times I have to encourage my friends to know that they're professionals because they making money singing. A lot of people think if you're not on TV or if you're not the big names that you're not in the profession. But if you are making money singing, you are a professional singer.
Mailbox money, yeah, all of that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So myself, I've been singing professionally now. How old am I? Damn, I'm 40. Oh my God. Hold on. So I've been singing professionally just at 20 years. So this is the Freaky Pickle Show. No. This is not the Freaky Pickle Show.
Oh, wait a minute. What is the Freaky Pickle Show? Because I need to be on that one too.
That was Monday. That was Monday. So no, none of that is going on tonight.
No, we're not gonna cut. No, okay. We're gonna stick to the topic.
Yeah, right.
But you already know you got the wrong folks on this talking about that right now.
So what me and Angela's gonna do is we're gonna go on the Freaky Pickle on Monday and talk about the Freaky Pickle.
Right.
Like I'm literally gonna be like, what the hell? What is this?
Well,
don't worry about nothing.
So, being that we've been in this profession for years, so I would love to tell you that every time I get on stage, I kill, I murk. I'm that nigga on stage, right? I would love to tell you every time I open my mouth and hit a run, every note is in place. I would love to tell you every time I hired a band, they knew the songs, or every time, because sometimes they'll look you in your face and lie and say, yeah, I know that. And then you start singing and you're like, wait, we on two different,
right?
Wait, that ain't it. I would love to say that, but sometimes things just don't go as planned. And if you're not careful, because sometimes it can happen back to back, you can slip into a depression and kind of want to give up. And so tonight, I just wanted to talk to some veterans, some people who've been on stage. Those of you who are watching me have a different point of view. How do you cope with dealing with a show? Hey, Nikita, this is my fifth right here. I love you. I got to talk to you about a dream I had, Nikita. I'm going to book that session real soon. What was I saying? Oh, so sometimes things go bad. And I wanted to talk to some veterans on how you all deal with a show that goes bad, a show that doesn't go the way you planned it. So you had everything in place, you did your rehearsals, you're on par with your voice, but for some reason, things just aren't lining up and the show just isn't slapping the way the show is supposed to slap. Okay. So what do you do in those moments? I'm going to just start off with on stage. You're on stage and you realize the show is headed south. What is the first thing you do, Marcel?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
What's the first thing you do, Angie?
The first thing I do is try to make light of it and just enjoy myself anyhow.
Right.
Regardless to what's going on, I'm gonna have fun. If they not having fun, I'm gonna still have my fun.
Mm-hmm.
I cry in the car.
Okay.
Cry in the car for real.
No.
Okay.
For real.
No, I'm just playing.
There, Angie, were you done? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's all you can do. It's just you have your fun. You know what? It doesn't matter if the people. I mean, it matters, but if they're not engaging or for some reason you can't engage with them, I mean, you just taking the L. You just have your fun. That's all you can do.
Right. Okay.
And that happens in front of a lot of industry people you sing in front of. They are stoned. They looking at you like,
right.
Yeah, and you just got to know how to get over that. There's tricks to that, like looking over people's heads,
right,
at the eye. You're here,
right,
and just to be real, sometimes you in a room full of singers and they shady as fuck. Like,
right.
For some
I
reason,
learned that
when you sing to other singers, instead of them enjoying the moment, everybody's like, they flat. They doing too much. Just shut up and enjoy the song.
Right.
But you were gonna say something, Marcel?
Just when you're in the moment and a mistake happens, you got to go as if it didn't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
No matter how big it is, you got to just keep rolling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different factors happen when you're on the stage, but again, you got to continue to go as if you the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know how else to put it. You're up there. It's either you're gonna stop, you know what I'm saying, and get off the stage that moment, or you're going to
right.
Yeah.
So this is where, for me, depending on the liberty I have. So it depends on the type of gig you're booked for. Sometimes you are booked to sing these two songs and these two songs only. Sometimes you're booked for a time slot where you have, let's say 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes to be creative in that 30 minutes. So if I'm booked to sing these two songs, let's say I'm booked to sing Always and Forever. Okay, and I'm realizing the musician don't know the song. The minute I know, I realize he doesn't know the song, or he didn't learn this version that we're doing, even though I sent it to him. I handled my business because we can't blame it all on the musician. Sometimes we as singers are not handling ours, right?
Right.
But once I realized this is what I'm dealing with, I salvage what's left of the performance, okay? Angie and I just had an experience last weekend. We were on stage. We had a whole 2-hour set plan that we was gonna do, in three increments. Got there and the audience was not eating what we were serving, so we had to adjust on the fly. We had to adjust like a motherfucker on the fly, right? They was like,
right.
So
they was not having it,
right. You've got to learn how to adjust on the fly. So for me, it's okay, if you're not doing this version of this song, let me try to see how I can meet you in the middle.
There you go.
And we can salvage what's there. Right. Now, if I have 30 minutes to just be creative, this is why I try to talk to people before the show, see what they know, see where their strengths are, because sometimes you're dealing with a neo soul keyboardist and you're doing a jazz set and that don't always mesh. Sometimes you're dealing with a church musician and you're doing an R&B and that don't always mesh. By the way, don't forget to click like for this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you want me to be able to read all of your comments, I may be able to see some of them. But if you want me to read all of your comments, you got to go over to YouTube. Now, if I have that space, and Angie has seen me do this before. If we're up and we got 30 minutes to be creative, or we got 6 minutes to be creative, or whatever, and the musician just isn't vibing with what we're doing, I am quick to segue this song into a song that I know you know.
Right.
So it's real easy for me to get up and start singing that you're wondering where I've been. I searched to find the love within. And then end up singing fortunate to have you, girl. I want you to know, because you don't know what I started singing, but you know all the little, whatever songs that's in your pocket. So I try to get to know the people I have up there with me. You were gonna say something, Marcel?
No, I wanted to ask a question. Is this while the keyboardist is playing?
Sometimes you got to go where they know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So people, I guess if we're trying to educate people tonight, please take note that Walt is a professional. You have got to know
for real professional.
You have got to know that the tempos and the keys kind of align, like you can sing songs together. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Only this one knows that. How my finger go to him? There you go. Because I can't even do that. I can't. If that song is done, I'm like,
what's that?
Just cut the music off and do it a cappella, or just have a seat.
I'm gonna tell you what got me right on that though. My years in church as a worship leader, because growing up, my pastor would have me up singing for 45 minutes, and I'm not singing the same song for 45 minutes. So I would be mashing all them songs together. So that would really, oh, thank you. Yes, I try.
Sometimes playing it off works.
Absolutely.
You hit the note, move on. Let them worry about that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Period.
But YouTube, which trips me out about you guys, if people are sincere enough, you feel me? They know y'all can blow. So if y'all hit one note, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like if somebody's really gonna jump on you about that one low, half a riff you didn't finish, at the end of the first verse, but you done murked the rest of it. It's like you just suck as a human being.
Right. That is absolutely true. But people are nitpickers like that. They will nitpick about something instead of just enjoying the moment. I don't understand why we can't just enjoy the moment. Enjoy everything else that they did. Who cares? Who cares about the one note? Like, wow. You know.
The anal people.
The same way you don't want the crowd to focus on it. You as an artist in the moment, you can't focus on it either. Like I've seen sometime when singers are up and they hit a bad note, they'll actually say, "Whoo, I hit that bad note." I used to in my immature days do that, but I've learned not to, because then it just, most people don't know music as well as they think they do.
Right.
So, and I'm talking about singers. Sometimes I'm like, bitch, that ain't harmony. But anyway, that's that's a whole nother conversation. I'm like, oh, wait. but I've learned sometimes you'll magnify a mistake in an effort to hey, Andre, my big bro is in the house.
Hey, Andre.
You'll magnify a mistake in an effort to try to connect with people. And a lot of times that's where we mess up as singers. Right. So we talked about on stage. Okay, you messed up on stage. And over the years, I want to be clear. I have had a little bit of everything happen to me on stage. I've fallen down before. That was hilarious. Like, I couldn't even get back up. You know how you're supposed to get back up and play it off? I couldn't, because I was down there dying. I was like,
oh my gosh.
I fell down.
I believe it.
Were you already singing?
Yes.
Bro, I was just laid there and just hit a note. You gotta improvise. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta improvise.
I couldn't. I was like, oh my God. I just sat my behind up here. I have fallen down on stage. My pants have ripped on stage before.
Oh wow.
Back when I was smaller and trying to be cute, I was trying to, wear some fitted clothes, and it just, so I've had a little bit of everything happening to me on stage. But like in most cases, like Marcel said, keep it pushing. You got to keep moving. Right. And then the after effect of it all. Okay, the song is over. You've talked to the musicians, you know, however that conversation went, because sometimes you do need to call them out on you didn't learn the music, you know, and if you are, you know, if it is a paid gig where you are paying them, you need to, you know, be firm, like, okay, bro, like I'm paying you for a service and you did not perform the service, you know, there's that. Right. But then after all of that, the conversations have happened. What are some of the things that you do to cope with what just happened on stage? Because essentially, the same way a basketball player feels about the game of basketball, that's how we feel about killing on the mic. You know, nobody wants to lose a game, and what we do, nobody wants to just bum a whole show. What were you going to say, Marcel?
Yeah, let me answer that. First of all, and I'm a victim of, I mean, I've done this. If you don't feel 100%, it's best to just not do it.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? If you feel like you're too nervous, if you, whatever it is that you feel before they call your name, if you need to wait until next week or whatever, that is the main thing. Second of all, it's not always the singer's fault. This is why you probably should get there early. Sometimes the microphones can affect you. If you don't sing loud, you don't know that. You get what I'm saying? Right. You get what I'm saying? And people don't know, they don't know how to audio engineer. They just know how to plug in a mic.
Right.
You know, there's different factors that you have to make. You got to know your crowd. We love singing R&B. We love singing slow R&B. And when we get into situations where we're all together, we want to show our skills. So we all want to do slow cuts all fucking night. But it's a Friday. It's a Friday. You get what I'm saying? Right. If it's a Friday and Saturday, somebody fucking do a fast song and get this place jumping. You get what I'm saying? Know your crowd. Know, you know what's happening. Know your equipment. And then know yourself. Right. And then to move on, you just got to be cocky. I mean, I done fucked up a lot of shows where I got off and still was like, fuck y'all, I can sing.
Yeah, okay. and can.
and can. You know.
Right. Absolutely. So you leave the stage, and I get the whole fuck y'all, I can sing, you know, it is what it is. I get it.
Gotta be defensive, yes.
I get it, and you know, if I'm be honest, I have been there and done that before. You know, like, oh well, like anybody talking shit can't do better. You know, so.
Oh my
absolutely, God. Absolutely. Now, Sister Nelson, or Miss Nelson, she can blow. Okay, she can sing, but she said on stage one time her wig slipped off. Things happen, right?
That means you in it,
right? Now, what I have seen happen is people not be able to deal with the negative, the negativity that comes with a bad show. Okay. So I like that Marcel said, yes, you have to brush it off, right? You got to brush it off. You got to leave with confidence that you are definitely, you know, you're still the shit. Period, point blank. But I also strategize for the next time. So I don't beat myself up. But I strategize. What did I do wrong that I can do better the next time? And that could be something like, okay, you know what? And I don't ever stop nobody else's bread, right? But there are some musicians I will not work with again.
Why?
Why? So there is this one musician, and again, I'm not stopping nobody's bread, so I'm not going to call his name, you know, because this is a part of his livelihood.
I know he's talking about. I know that pump. I'm just playing.
So we had planned this event. I was planning an event. We had planned this event for months. There was a lot of money behind this event. He didn't learn the music. And instead of learning the music, he was busy fucking my background singers.
Of course.
Oh, hell no.
Of course.
Right. Now, that ain't all his fault because you laid down with him.
No, it's his fault. It's his fault.
It's their fault too.
It's his fault. Look, the hell with the hell with music.
Wait,
the hell with music. Business, period.
Right.
You put that in front of your money, that's where your head is at. It don't
That's the problem right there.
Right,
yeah.
right.
I don't care what the hell they was doing. The first thing should have been done was that music. He should have had all that music down.
Okay.
You don't have the music down. You right for not playing with him ever again because I wouldn't either. That would piss me off.
I wouldn't have cared. It's everybody's fault. Instead of
it's all their fault. No, let me tell you.
Close
I'm gonna be real with you.
And learn the music, damn it.
Let me tell you, if I tried to get with Angela, Angie before a show, trust me, if Angie was feeling me, trust me, she gonna get her shit done first though.
Right.
If I don't know nothing else about her, she gonna be like, it's cool, nigga.
Right.
Let's go.
That's all it is to it.
So
because I'm about to get my money. I need my coins. I ain't playing about nothing else.
This is what happened. And this is what was the straw that broke the camel's back. So when I approached him and I'm like, bro, why don't you know this music? This motherfucker started flirting with me. I said, oh, you one of them people that just think dick is the answer to everything, huh? Like,
did y'all see my video? That video, like, baby, what's wrong with this video? I'm like,
I'm done.
I said, I just stopped him like real quick, like,
baby, I want to go to church.
Oh my God.
Hell?
From that day on, anytime I find out that he is involved in anything, like if he's the only musician that I can use, or either I go a cappella or I don't fuck with him like at all. So they'd be like, why can't you do it? I really wish you could. I'm sorry. I'm this, I'm that, whatever. Again, I'm not gonna stop his paper. They'll eventually learn. Or maybe he learned after he and I had our, discussion afterwards. Because before I pay you, I'm definitely gonna give you an earful of how the fuck I feel. Right?
That part.
Yeah, but when you gave Fathead his money, didn't you take $2 for being late to the bus?
So here's yes. So
okay,
long story short,
good.
Long story short, yes. Okay. I almost just was like, nah, I'm the type of person, I don't like for a person to insult my intelligence. And for you to think you showing up and half-ass in the show is gonna get smoothed over with something
baby,
I didn't ask for.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Right. No, I'm what kind of do you take me for? Like, okay.
Who does that?
Matter of fact, no. You know who I'm blaming for this? I'm blaming Walt for this. Walt, you to blame for this one. Because let me tell you something. You know that this man is not about his business. Don't you ever hire this man again.
Never.
He's not about his business.
Never.
Right.
Never, ever. But then there's some musicians that I prefer to work with. Like Andre in the comment section. If I hear that he's on a gig, I'm like, I'm at ease. Matter of fact, most of the time when I hear he's on a gig, I don't even worry about the music. Right. I'm so focused on, let me just learn my part and be able to kill my part because I already know. Like if the drummers and them don't know the music, he gonna get in their ass. I don't have to say shit.
Andre, you better do the right thing, Andre, because he ain't gonna mention your ass next time.
All he do.
He said, Andre, that means you
good, he don't play them games. You don't know your music. You won't be there. I can tell you that much.
Right.
It'd be somebody else.
Right. Right.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. And like, so there's other musicians that I love to work with that your lane,
Right.
But when you leave after you leave the stage, you've had a bad show. What I've learned is I strategize. Sometimes I can't work with this person no more. Sometimes, and see, I'm big on this. Sometimes it's okay. I can sing that song, but I can't sing it in the same key.
That part. It's a lot of that goes on too, because people always want it in the they always want to play it in the original key, or you know, and sometimes people just can't do it. So that means, you know, pull a couple of scales down. You know what I'm saying? Let them go where their vocal ability is. You know,
right? Because the goal is to have a good time, right?
Right.
And we're not gonna have a good time if I'm sound like I'm screaming and, you know, can't breathe. Like when y'all tenors, Marcel, when y'all tenors was having that "Can We Talk" moment, a baritone like me was shutting the whole fuck up, because those were not my problems. Those were not my problems. Can we talk? No, we cannot talk.
Look. Don't worry about it. I got 2 teeth missing back here. I ain't ever singing that damn loud.
Right.
Ain't happening.
Right. Absolutely. They stand there, agree with you, Angela. So, you know, so I have been asked to sing "Can We Talk?" And I can. Yeah, sure. I do know that song, but we're going to lower the key now, because Tevin Campbell was 16 and I'm not 16. And when I was 16, I couldn't hit the note.
And Tevin Campbell, I'm pretty sure lowers the note now.
Really?
I'm sure he does.
He still sing the hell out of it.
Shit. I just don't see him continuously. Look, I smoke. I know. I mean, you know, he's got habits that we lose our elasticity if we don't continue to, you know, muscle. It's a muscle, so if we don't continue to reach for those notes, it's gonna shrivel up.
Right.
So I just shared that earlier, Nikita. I've fallen on stage before. So hold on. Oh my God, Daryl. If I put the link in the comment section, will you join us, Daryl? I love Daryl. That's
hey,
my brother. I love Daryl.
I know, that's my boy too.
So let me be clear. There was one time I just killed it, child. Angie, I marked a song. I sang the fuck out this song. And then I put the mic up, and I was going back to my seat trying to act humble and fell off the stage. Oh my God.
Right. Does anybody have a little caption of that?
So let me tell you how good God is, okay? Because he be watching over a big nigga like me, okay? So what happened was, I just finished singing. They cut the cameras. They yelled "cut," and everybody was like, "Great, awesome, awesome." And I was like, "Thank you. You know, pray for me. To God be the glory." Right? You know how you gotta say in church, right?
Right.
So I'm like, yes. My ass was like tip, 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 blue, blue, blue.
Right down the stairs?
Yes.
Oh man! Did your ass hurt, Mr. Jones?
Sir, yes, ma'am. But you know what? They didn't know I was hurt. I got my big ass up like, oh well, you know, sometimes I trip. I'm so clumsy. But
oh my God. Embarrassing.
It ain't no saving that. It ain't no saving that. When you bite it, you bite it.
That is funny.
But falling on the stage ain't shit compared to, that's a whole different conversation compared to us messing up vocally, or you know.
Right.
It's just added embarrassment. I've never had that happen to me, thank God. But the vocal shit, too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen several times. But you know what I found out too? Because when I first started singing, when I would hit a note, and Daryl knows this, because I used to tell him all the time, I'd be like, oh, did you hear me? I went flat. Oh, did you hear me? I don't like the way I did this. Oh, I was too sharp. I was so hypercritical of myself when I first started singing. And I think it's because, first off, I was singing with Daryl, with Wendy and Rick, and we're all singing behind Harry. So that's the first time I've ever sang behind, like, you know, some awesome people. I mean, that's top tier. And I'm the new booty coming, and I'm like, every time I messed up, I just, you know, was super hypercritical of myself, of everything. And it took me, after a while, I kind of stopped doing it. And I noticed the more I would go on stage with different people, I got a little bit more comfortable. Right. It was always But when I had to really start singing by myself more often, that's when I really had to learn how to just go with the flow. You're a human being.
Yes,
We're all flawed, so we're gonna make mistakes. You may not take a deep enough breath. You probably didn't drink enough water earlier,
That
and
part.
you had a shot before you got on stage. So everything plays a part in it, and I've learned that after doing this for so long. Like I said, I just go on stage and I have my fun. I don't even worry about things like that anymore because it really don't matter. You just sing, you enjoy yourself. If you enjoying yourself,
Right.
people eventually gonna tap in and start enjoying you too.
Right. I also would like to double back to something you said. That liquor can be tricky. So I would say know yourself. So last night, liquor actually worked in my favor last night, but normally I'll stay off the liquor before I get on stage because this is just me being real. So most of the time when I know a song, I have parallel lyrics in my mind that I would say if I wrote the song, and 9 times out of 10 they are not appropriate.
Right.
So being sober, I know you can't say this in a room full of people. so I don't. But every now and then, this is why I stay off the liquor before I sing, because that liquid courage will get me up there saying some shit I probably shouldn't be saying.
Right.
But last night it worked in our favor because I was a little inebriated. Just a little.
And we had a good time, and we got paid.
we made the money. But
see, that don't work in my favor.
Liquor don't work in your favor?
Oh no, I can't do that or smoke before I sing.
Okay.
Matter of fact, this is probably the good time to apologize to the both of y'all, because I wasn't supposed to be singing background for them at all. I came, had 2 beers in my system, heard them harmonies they did, and I swear to God, I just jumped on their shit like where third mic.
Sound good.
Right. It sounds doggone good.
They could have killed me at that
moment. I always invite the harmonies.
But me singing, it would have been bad. That's why I did that one earlier in the night.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't sing and drink before I can't do none of that.
Yeah, but you absolutely murked that night. We got someone who wants to give us. Christopher is going to join us. You have 1 minute. Tell us what you have to add to the conversation, Christopher.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Good, and yourself?
Hi.
Hey, hi, y'all.
How you doing?
All I gotta say is, when it comes down to having musicians to work with artists, they gotta know their homework. They gotta know. They gotta know everything. Like when I hire musicians to work with me, they gotta go through an audition process. They gotta know history of music, et cetera, et cetera. So I gotta know what their background is.
That's interesting.
So when we have to work together, I know how far I can take them, and I know how far I can't take them.
Right.
It's so important in this day and time. A lot of young people that's getting into music don't have a great music background because a lot of it was taken.
Right.
So
that's true.
It makes a big difference for singers to work harder, not easier. Because if the musicians don't know the product, that destroys the show 100,
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for adding to the conversation. Before you get off, how can the people follow you, Christopher?
They can follow me on my DNA page. Also, I have a drum company now. DNA Drums LLC. You can follow me on Christopher Simpson 711 on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, with a lot of my projects that I'm doing now.
Okay. By the way, this is a professional drummer. He's an amazing drummer. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Christopher.
Yes, thank you.
Now, one thing he did say that I definitely did vibe with is you got to know your homework. But I will also say this. Young singers have to learn how to humble themselves. Okay?
Yes, they do.
Old ones too.
Okay, but this was my point.
Okay, go ahead, Don.
I never want to. So if I'm working with Marcel and I know he's more experienced in something, I never want to come in like, listen, I got this move. I got this. No, I want to come in realizing I'm here to learn something and that this can possibly enrich my experience. I worked with several young, I worked with several young singers that I really couldn't teach anything. They thought they just knew it all. And I'm like, bro, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot more than, get ahead because you won't humble yourself. Like, sure, you dad, you can do every run in the book, child. You will run circles around me. But you will not be on stage as much as I am because A, your attitude stink, and B, you just don't know how to work with people. Like, humble yourself. Right. And I think that's where a lot of that. So I've learned things just by being quiet and being able to listen. So a lot of times when I go places and they're like, what key do you sing this in? And I'm like, I sing it in E flat. I know that because when I'm hanging out with somebody like Andre and he's sitting on the keyboard and we just fucking around singing and we start sounding good, I'm like, what key is that? And Andre's like, this is E flat. Okay. But you probably want to do this in C sharp. We just playing here, but you probably want to do this in C sharp. So now when I go to my show, because I wasn't out there acting like I was too good to play around, it's in the comment section, Daryl. It's on YouTube. Hold on, let me see if I can get it over to you on social media. When you humble yourself, you're absolutely able to, like, you can actually function. You actually get able to learn. I'm sorry. So if we all joking around and I think I'm too good to joke and too good to get in with the people and have a good time, right? I'm gonna miss out. And so this is why some of y'all don't even know what key you sing in because you're too proud to ask. You're too proud to get in and learn something. You know, the reason why I know I don't need to be singing high is because playing around with my friends, Angie and I will be singing or whatever, and I'll be singing weak. And once we get to the back end of the song, I realize, wait, I don't need to be hitting these notes. Sure, I can hit these notes, but they don't sound good, right? But I would never know that if I didn't.
He lied. He lied.
I know he is. I know he is. Hey, you know what? Walt? Let me flip it on this.
Okay.
You're giving a lot of good advice for bands. Now I'll tell you where I've seen people mess up.
Okay.
I'll go to karaoke night.
Mm-hmm.
That same song. Oh no, You're Always on My Mind, right?
Ooh, that's a good one.
So this girl came up to me and was like, "Do you want to do the duet?" I said, "Cool." I don't know what you know as far as E flat or none of that.
Right. Okay.
I did know that it was in a lower key.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I think that's the point. You're gonna have to get your voice. You're gonna have to learn how to drop notes and octaves. In those cases.
Right.
Now, in that song, I'll be real with you. When the key dropped, the male part of it was the same, but Coco's part, for some reason, it was low, and that girl could not find it. And I'm trying to kind of like, hey, trying to hit it, and and she knew she was off, and that's the bad thing, to just have to continue that verse until the end. You
know what I think it is? Because she doesn't have an ear. When people don't have an ear, they don't know how to adjust. They know what they've always heard, and they keep trying to sing that, although it's not matching with everything else. They don't have a musical ear.
Right.
Again, can just to segue back, that's all a part of humbling yourself too. So like being with you all, if we're harmonizing and I'm off, I can't be so prideful. Marcel can't lean over to me and say, "Hey, bro, this your line," right? Okay. Right. And that's how you develop and sharpen your ear.
Right.
But a lot of times people just be in
she was already embarrassed and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Angie tapped on something too, real quick.
Okay.
Your bottom line, Angie, was real deep. Comfortability.
Okay.
And if you go and do a show the first night somewhere, you're normally nervous.
What up, y'all?
What up, man?
What up, y'all? What up, fam? Can I just say this like, I know y'all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, literally on this platform, we go back like a minimum 20, like a minimum 15.
Right.
20,
like,
yeah.
Walt. Hold on, let me get to Walt.
Jesus, sorry.
I'm about to hip y'all to game. Walt, he knows me from my Kojic days when I was a wee teenager.
Like their mother.
Angie, Marcel, I'm gonna get to you last. Angie, we go back to, and I didn't know that was your first background gig.
That was my first background gig.
I was getting back into the industry or getting back into it, like, and so R.I.P. Harry Thompson, because
yes,
R.I.P.
Love that man.
But Angie, we go way back, and then Marcel. Oh no, wait,
there it is.
Right.
You gotta. Marcel, I've known Marcel longer than all y'all.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me take a sip of my drink.
Oh no, because Marcel is my best friend's cousin.
Oh,
okay.
Small world.
No, Daryl has performed at funerals and weddings for us.
And weddings.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We go hard way back. And let me just tell you, Marcel is the light-skinned mafia. His family, Marcel is really... Let me tell you something, baby. I went to Marcel's cousin Christy. They invited me to a 4th of July picnic, and it was just nothing but a bunch of light-skinned ninjas.
Wait, with one Monique, don't lie.
But listen, love Monique.
One girl.
With the chocolate self. But baby, when I tell you it was seeing light-skinned people, and I was like, you didn't tell me you was related to B2K.
Shut up. I don't like
you. You didn't tell me you was related to... No, listen. Marcel is music royalty.
Oh, wait, yes. I know these. We know
no,
these.
No, J Boog is my little cousin.
No. Tell him who your mama is. Tell him who your mama is.
She was an ICAT, and no, she wasn't the one that got hit with the cake and shit.
No, but she was there.
Right.
She was there.
She was an ICAT. She was an Otis set. Yeah, I mean, Lakeside comes here.
All of that.
All of them.
All of that.
Wow.
This is music royalty up there in the corner. His granddaddy, Father Abraham.
Yeah.
Could play the piano like nobody's business. I mean, when I say could play like nobody's business. Anyways, how y'all doing? What y'all want to know?
We're doing good. So, Daryl, we're talking about
let's change subject. Thank you.
What we
because Marcel is really humble, and I always get on him all the time out of being humble. This fool been signed to Whitney Houston's record label. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
No, I ain't know that.
Oh.
Marcel was signed to Whitney Houston's record label. Let me get my airport right. I don't know.
But see, you know, that's just nothing you want to go inside and tell somebody right now in 2023. What you mean? Bitch, I used to sing with Whitney Houston. You just can't do that. You know, I mean, you can, but you cannot.
Okay.
Okay, I don't need the silence. Let's change the subject.
I would.
That's Angie, you didn't know. Angie, you didn't know that, did you? You didn't know he was right.
No, I didn't know any of that. But I'm like, oh wow, okay.
I'm about to hit all y'all to game. Go ahead, bring me on. I'm here.
Wait, Walt. I do want to get back because I don't want to forget my thought. What I did want to talk about real quick about what was that, Christopher that came on?
Yes.
Okay. About getting your shit together. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is what I wanted to say when he was there. We are in the age of camera phones. So if you think you got away with that fucked up show, watch the playback.
Right.
And that'll humble your ass.
Right.
You be thinking, oh, I gotta wait with that step, I gotta wait with that note. That camera catch all that shit. So prepare yourself.
Right. So,
okay, what and I'm talking about?
I'm gonna be completely honest. We're talking about
bad
what to
shows
do after
and
a
what
bad
you do.
show. So I'm gonna be completely honest. I flagged videos of me singing bad. I have flagged several. Like, nope, this video makes me feel uncomfortable. Right. I do not want this out.
Can I be honest with y'all? Can I be very honest?
Sure.
Listen, I have a past. Everybody knows I've been a lush. I've been a mess. Yada yada yada. There is a video on YouTube. Years ago. When I say years ago, I was singing a background for my friend Tony Watts. If y'all Google him, Tony Watts. And he called me to do a solo. And when I say can I cuss?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You know we cuss. No, wait, this is a group of cusses.
Pull your cocaine out. I'm just playing.
Y'all can Google it. It's the one YouTube video that gives me anxiety. But I was so fucked up. When I say I was fucked up, I was fucked up. And everybody, listen, I've been fucked up singing, but this particular show, I was fucked up. And I sang crazy. And it's on YouTube. And I hit up the producer and I said, please remove that video. And she was like, nope.
Oh.
Okay. Let me butt in here. I saw that video.
And I was off. Like, how do you do this bad.
Shit? Wait, how do you point to this motherfucker?
Well, you gotta fuck.
Well, that motherfucker. Him. No, him.
Me.
Look.
Me.
Me and this dude
right
used
here.
to do. Me and Daryl used to do LA Live, man. In Hollywood.
Oh, we did. Oh.
Let me
you
tell you
talking
something.
about embarrassing story. I got stories.
No, wait, hold on. Nothing embarrassing. If he got something embarrassing, he know. Let me tell you something about this dude. Y'all remember when I told y'all I cannot get high or drink before I get on stage?
Yeah.
That nigga's a lush. And for whatever reason, that nigga sound like gold.
Wait. We used to stay in trouble when we sang background for Harry because we was always drinking and he did not want to
drink. Let me tell you something. He had a love-hate relationship with me. R.I.P. Harry. Let me tell you something. And shout out to Wendy. I remember Wendy.
This nigga is name dropping. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Michael Jackson. Hey.
I remember we were singing background for Carrie, and we had to wear these outfits. And Wendy had got this outfit, and I said, "It's a nice outfit." I said, "But you're gonna regret it when you see the pictures, because it's super tight." I'm trying to help you, baby. Wendy, when I tell you, Wendy cussed me out from here. Wendy cussed me. And Angie, am I not? Wendy cussed.
Why? Did you fuck up finally?
No, because I was trying to tell her like that's a cute outfit, but in my head here's my thing with artists, and especially with women. Men, it's a little different, but just in period, especially if you're a larger person, a lot of times we get into, oh, I should wear this outfit. I'm gonna look cute in it. But it's like, but when you get the outfit, when you get the pictures back, it's like you see your pooch, you see your poopa, you see your rolls and everything because you thought you was cute in that extra small and you probably should have got a medium. So I was trying to tell Wendy, Marcel,
I need to like this motherfucker now.
I was trying to tell her that she needed to go a bigger size in her outfit.
So what?
Right, we need to
Wendy was not here for that. Wendy cut. Do you remember? Do you remember?
So
and let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. And I love Wendy. Wendy knows I love you. But when she was like, fuck you, motherfucker. Angie, am I lying? Baby, she let me have it.
Oh my gosh!
So,
she let me have it.
I will say this.
We were supposed to be talking about us getting in trouble for drinking before we went on stage with Harry. That's what we were supposed to be talking about right now.
Okay.
I will say this.
I told Wendy, please. I was like, you should probably get a bigger size.
My best friend will call and let me have it. I'm a big dude. I don't shy away from that. But my best friend will call and let me have it if he sees me. Like, he's like, now you know you couldn't. Why you let them talk you into wearing that? Why you?
But a lot of times.
So
right.
And then sometimes I have to be real with the promoter. Like, okay, I get you want everybody to wear that, but that's not going to look good on your boy. Like, there was one time I was singing and somebody wanted me to wear this whole sequence jacket. This jacket with a bunch of sequins on it.
The sequence.
And so, I mean, it had red and it was and I'm sitting here like, you're not gonna have me on stage looking like no disco ball. I'm sorry. You're not gonna do it.
I had to do that for that Temptation group I was with, right? I had a red one, I had a green one, I had a gold one that went down in the black. For some reason, them old heads we got to shine on the stage. I'm like,
I was gonna say, let's be real, Marcel. You can pull that off. If I step on stage, everybody's going blind. If I step on stage and sit down.
No, bro. Here's my
ugly.
thing.
It's ugly.
Let me say this.
It's dated.
It's ugly and dated, but they was paying you a check.
Oh, now
put on
that part.
Jacket and going about
that part.
But
that
here's
part.
my thing. At least look good in it.
Right.
Like that's like
I agree with that.
For all my big people out there, if you do photo shoots, if you on stage, go a size bigger. You will thank me.
So, but see, wait, Daryl, we're gonna have to have you back on to talk about the on stage look.
Go a size bigger.
Yeah,
that was my thing with Wendy. I'm not. I'm not. Okay, go ahead. I'll shut up.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, let's say you have a bad night on stage. Okay. You miss some of your big notes. The song isn't gelling. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with the aftermath after you leave the stage? What is one thing that you do to cope with that?
Daryl don't give a fuck.
It's not that I don't give a fuck.
No, he'll look. And that's the same thing with you two too. Your mistake. No, I'm serious. The mistake, if you guys do a mistake, it's so little and it's so in the beginning that by the time the song is done, we done forgot about it. Y'all done murdered it.
Right.
And this I can't point to him, but this damn Daryl, he do it sober and he do it drunk. And I've seen, because when you're drunk, you get a little bit more loose.
Point down to your point to your left.
I ain't pointing, fuck it. And that's what Daryl doesn't like about that video. No, I'm gonna tell you that night. If I think what Daryl doesn't like about that video is that he might have had 10 drinks, not 3.
No, I was fucked up.
Right. And so you can hear the slurs and shit.
And Tony was like, we want Daryl to do a solo. So I was like,
And he preached. That's what he did. So it's like you did. You know how you have your extra lyrics? This dude was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Slow it down.
When I tell you I hate that video.
But he had full stage control. He had band control. He had the whole fucking place.
And let me tell you a backstory about that video.
Okay.
The lady that put the video on was in the porn industry, and she's a porn person. Like she has a whole she produces it. She had a whole production company.
Now, there's no way I would ask you to send this to me because I'm not nasty, but I want to do my research. How can I find this young lady's product?
Her name is April. Her name's April. And I don't know if y'all know, I'm friends with Anthony Walker, Tony Walks. If anybody knows Tony Walks, that's who I was singing background for. We go way back. Tony and I have history. He's a good friend. When I needed a place to stay, I lived with Tony. A lot of people don't know that.
Nice.
Okay.
We go way back.
So let's get back to let's get back to after a bad show, okay? Because this is important.
You know what, Walter? There is no bad show.
Okay.
There is no bad show.
Keep talking, Daryl.
Right.
There is no bad show. What you see as a bad show is a show. It's still a show.
No.
It's still a show, baby. You paid me to be here. So if I walked off and I fell, it's still a show. If I hit the wrong note, it's still a show. If I forgot the words, it's still a show.
And what that shows in this young dude's confidence. It's there. I don't know.
Wait, I've seen
who wants an autograph?
I have seen Daryl sing. I've seen him kill. Now,
it's still a show, bitch. If I hit the wrong note, it's still a show.
Right.
I still sang. I still gave you what you needed. You still left a different way.
Okay.
Right.
And the people who are like, oh, you hit a wrong note. Well, bitch, you get up and sing.
Now see, hold on. You talking my language.
See, now we getting ratchet now.
Let's stop. Everybody trying to get it. Everybody trying to criticize Rihanna. You go do a whole halftime show by yourself with no artist.
Pregnant. Right? Why are you pregnant? Right.
Oh, she was mediocre.
And wait. After having not done it in so long.
7 years,
right?
They had to have guests. Dr. Dre had to have guests. Shakira had to have. Matter of fact, J-Lo couldn't do it by herself.
No.
And here comes this Trinidadian girl who did a little bit of movement and was pregnant and killed the whole halftime show.
Right.
You go, you go do it.
Hats off to Rihanna. So the meat of what we want everyone to focus on tonight.
Love you, Angie.
One show, just because one show does not go according to plan, background singers may miss notes, band may miss parts, you may have missed a note. Don't let that discourage you and cause you to quit. Okay. We talked about being humble on tonight. Humble yourself when you're working with someone.
No.
Don't always wait. I didn't say dim your light. I did not say dim your light. But if you are a newcomer, you can't always come and just jump on stage like you just run everything. Sometimes you got to learn your lane, stay in your lane, and learn how to work with other people. You got to be a team player. Especially if it's your show, you run that shit. Right. But if you are coming on as a part of a company, you got to learn how to play your role. You got to learn how to dwell in your lane. And, without
I disagree with that respectfully.
Okay, absolutely.
I love you, and I disagree with that respectfully. I love you.
Okay. How about this? I'll be humble here. I think the three of y'all can sing circles around me.
I don't think I can.
Hear me out. But if we on that stage together,
you gonna murk me?
Y'all ain't about to.
You gonna murk me
for shit? I'm gonna hang with y'all.
You gonna go?
I'm gonna be very fucking cocky. I'm gonna hold my own. But when we take that bow, that's when I go back to being humble. You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
When I'm on that stage, ain't nobody fucking with me. This is how I feel. Mistakes and all. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like what Daryl said. Especially if you think you bad, come on up here.
I feel like if you come on stage, you got to know what you bring into the table.
Yes, you do.
And you have, for me, because I've been a background singer and I've been a lead singer. And here's the thing. Background singers are cockier than lead singers.
In most cases, yeah.
But in a lot of cases, the role that you play, it's like if you hire me for a job, you got to know you're good at it. I'll say it this way.
That's true.
My godson this past weekend, he's 13. He's 14. And so I was just like, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And he was like, well, he's doing wrestling right now because he's 13 and he's 5'9" and over 200 pounds. He's a big guy.
God damn.
Yeah, big. And he's like, well, I don't want to be cocky. That's what he said.
Okay.
And I said, well, who told you that? And he's like, well, I don't know. Because I said, are you good at it? He's like, well, I don't want to be cocky.
Okay.
I said, who told you not? When you're good at something, you need to talk your shit.
So,
and you need to know, huh?
That's actually cocky in itself.
It's a little bit cocky.
I don't want to be cocky. I'm letting you know, like
it is.
So wait. I think you're confusing when I say humble. I'm never into a room and don't know I'm not the shit. I just want to put that out there. I'm not stuck on myself. I do know that there are other people you can be as equally as great, but bitch, I'm bringing some heat with me too.
Right.
But when we come to work together, if I'm here to sing background for Daryl, I need to be able to let this be Daryl's show,
right?
And bring. Of course, I'm gonna bring my A game, and I'm gonna kill within the parameters I'm here to kill for. But I'm here to work with Daryl. I'm not here to steal Daryl's show. He should not be fighting with me for whatever on stage. It just shouldn't. Right. If I'm hired to be background, I have to learn how to play that role.
But here's the thing: if I ask you to sing a solo and you kill
fuck it up.
Don't hold
all
day,
all the way,
all day.
I'm gonna try to shit all over that.
Hey, but y'all saw me. They saw me though. When I took they harmony that night at the little club we was at,
you killed.
I was hiding.
Right.
Let me tell you about Marcel. Here's the thing about Marcel. Marcel, and I see we go way back, but I talk to him all the time. Brother, it's your tone. It's your inflections. It's like you literally can breathe a note and it's bomb. Mm-hmm. And everybody doesn't get a chance to do that. And we need to recognize each other's gifts and just walk into it. Like for me, growing up back in the day with background and lead singing and stuff, especially with background, it's like I know my shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That, Angie, we did Harry and stuff like that. I didn't beg Harry to be a background singer. Y'all called me. Not y'all, but a friend of somebody referred me.
Right.
And we ended up singing background. And I will say this, R.I.P. Harry. But Harry was not a fan of me because of my sexuality.
Oh.
And it used to get back to me all the time.
Really?
And I would love to use him more, and he was conflicted because Harry was a Christian. A lot of people who are in R&B or whatever are Christians. Right. And I'm not saying this to be negative, but if we're talking about music, we're talking about background. The reality is that, especially with background, it's more than just singing. It's more than just music. Yes, it is about looks. Yes, it is about weight. Yes, it is about, are y'all on the same page? Do y'all even vibe? Because you think about, if you hire somebody to be a background singer, you don't want to deal with the asshole for 6 months, 5 months, 2 months, or whatever.
Right.
And vice versa.
And we not.
Right.
We not gonna deal with it.
Right.
We not gonna deal with it. And I think Harry was conflicted because it's like, yo, this is a good dude. And he can sing.
Right.
But I don't know how I feel about this issue. And it's so funny.
But
I'm on this
it really and truly, it shouldn't have mattered because you just there to do a job.
Period.
But it mattered to Harry. Harry was involved in church. He was a minister, and he had foundational beliefs. And if we're going to have this conversation about background singing, about embarrassing moments and stuff like that, the reality is, lead singers, those who are stars, they don't judge you just based off of your talent and your gift. Can we vibe together?
Right.
And I'll say it this way. Oh, you're Muslim. I'm Christian. I'm not hiring you.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to go. You got to go where you want it, man.
You got to go where you want it. It's a whole vibe.
So,
go ahead.
Oh, so I was going to say, I have had to learn how to create my own lane a lot of times.
Right.
Because I don't fit the stereotypical whatever.
Right.
I had to do that even when I was a pastor. So now that I'm over here in R&B, it's nothing for me to be like, okay, y'all don't want me to sing on y'all shit, cool. But once my shit start popping, like,
okay, let me get in this. Because
somebody
this is where
said
it gets
Harry
to a
was a
local
player.
shit. I'm about to hold niggas accountable. Now, watch this is it. Fuck this conversation. Because let me tell you something. You said it. No, and I don't mean no disrespect. Here's what I mean. It's about the business. Now, there's 4 people right here who kick ass. In the IE alone, if the 4 of us do an EP out of here,
we will kill it.
Ain't nobody giving a damn what you do behind closed doors.
Right.
It's hot. And what we need to start doing is getting this IE popping. We could get this shit popping with the talent that's here before we even hit LA.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's where it's starting to get to. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of talent out here in the IE. It's a lot of history and it's a lot of legends out here.
Right.
Singers, I agree with the get along. I have never in my damn life gave a fuck if you were fat or anything. If I see a group on the street that's a rock band and they got holes in their shirt and shit, my only question for them for marketing and all of that shit is this your style or you niggas need some money for clothes? Right. If they tell me they comfortable, God damn it, we about to rock an audio album.
But you know what, Marcel? I'm gonna say this.
Later. You get what
Marcel,
I'm saying?
I do. I get what you're saying, and we've had these conversations offline. I feel like out of all of us, because of your look and who you are and your brand, you're the most marketable. That's why Whitney Houston loved you so much.
That's when I was.
That's why they wanted you in B2K. Because
I was too old for B2K. Listen, that was when I was 20. I'm 40 now with a big opinion about life and the government. They hate me right now.
But you still, but the thing about it is, the reality is, out of all of us, you still have a look that is marketable.
Right.
You still have a vibe, even if you're older, that is
communicable.
It's easy.
Right.
And
relatable.
You're straight, you're a man. I'm just, if we're gonna talk, you're light skinned.
And you know what's funny? Excuse my desk being terrible, but you know why you said all of that? You know what all I give a fuck about? Is that y'all here would come out them dirty ass speakers right there soon.
Oh no, but you're super talented.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is where we gotta get to. How many of y'all got albums done that I'm talking to? I got 4 songs in the can with my old ass. How about y'all?
I got an EP.
You said albums or you talking about songs?
Or songs. I'm just music. I mean, y'all motherfuckers are incredible. Where the original music at? What a single?
I got songs.
So if you don't talk about it, since we're gonna get on that level, you can Google Save the Last Dance soundtrack.
You're around the corner from me. You know where I'm at.
Okay, so you can Google Save the Last Dance soundtrack. I was on that because I was in a group called Ecstasy. You can Google In Vogue. I'm on their Twisted album in the early 90s, late 2000s. I sung background for Josh Groban at the Hollywood Bowl when I was singing with the choir. I got a little piece of credit.
Okay, I didn't know none of that either.
When you go, here's my point. When I be here to solve what you be walking at Edgy.
When we make it happen, don't play with me.
I got 4 beats that we'll kill right now. That's what I'm on right now.
I just want y'all to know.
Let's do it.
I'm saying
don't nobody know what I look like when that song drops. That shit about to be heat, and I want a mailbox.
I just want everybody on the screen to know I'm singing the bottom note.
Because you can go the bottom.
Wait a minute, y'all better not push me up to no soprano, okay?
Because Daryl, you know.
But you know what though, Angie? Those who are like when we talk about the music industry, those who are confident in their shit talk that shit. Like if you're a soprano, you're supposed to be cocky with it and walk in it. You a soprano, you can get on that high note. It ain't no humility to it. Like, and I'll say this to singers out there: you gotta walk in your gift and be cocky in what you can do.
I'm learning how to be
everybody wants to be humble.
Well,
I'm a humble lady.
let me add to that. And this is for everybody. When you singing live and when you're recording, it's two different fucking worlds.
Two different things.
Two different types of worlds.
Two
We
different
could fuck
things.
up in here. We could fuck up in here. We could make Angie sound like 10 people. I mean, it's
right.
You can have fun.
You know what? Let me tell you what's different.
You could hit lows.
I noticed, I guess because I started off doing just live music, I am so much more comfortable doing live music than I am in the studio. It's like I gotta get high a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit, one time and then relax.
Vibe. It's a different vibe because
you're not completely. Yeah, I don't even. It's like the music. Some music I can vibe with, but other music is like I don't take it in like how I take in live music. Live music, it's a whole nother feel for me.
Right. I prefer singing live, but I'm good in the studio too. So.
But I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I really wanted to go back to the old school way where it was nothing but live music being recorded. You're singing with the band. I wanted to go back to that because those albums, the back in the day albums, are so much. It is the feel is so different compared to how music is today. You know, I don't even vibe with music today like how I did. You know how I vibe with the music from back in the day in the 70s, and
does everybody know who? Go ahead, sorry.
I know you good, but
does everybody know who PJ Morton is?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard his acoustic recording of I think it's Gumbo?
Yeah, the Gumbo.
Okay, so that was recorded live in that room
right
with those singers. I was just saying that to go with. I think that would be an amazing concept for Daryl to do and allow us to sing background.
But can we be honest? Even with PJ Morton is able to be PJ Morton because he's the keyboard player for the other group. That
Maroon
I can't
5
think.
or Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. PJ Morton's albums and PJ Morton being the son of Bishop Morton. Everything that funded it to be quite outside of his music, Maroon 5.
No, I know the group, but I didn't know he drummed for him.
No, he was the piano player, the keyboardist.
Player. Okay.
So my point is that it's about being able to be versatile. No pun intended. But like for me,
can't help it.
I don't go into bragging about me or talking my shit, but I'm classically trained. I can read music. I can do what I do. That's why even at this age and where I am, and even having no interest, I get drawn into music. Because if you throw classical at me, I'll still rock with it. If you throw rock at me, I'll still rock with it. If you throw R&B at me, I'll still rock with whatever you throw at me. I'll rock with it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
That's our era. We grew up on MTV and all of that.
Right.
But I even go a step further. I feel like Marcel doesn't. I give Marcel flowers hard all the time because I think he's amazing. Walt, Angie, I love y'all. I think you're amazing also. But Marcel, this guy was signed to Whitney Houston's record label. This guy, we used to go to R&B Live, and they would push me out of the way and love on Marcel. Because there's something about his, oh my God, you're a star. You're amazing. You have the look, you have the vibe, and Marcel can rap.
Yeah.
You ever heard him?
Yeah. When we follow him on social media,
but the thing about it is, and we need to have another conversation about B2K and all them other people and Chris Stokes. That one. Been there. But Marcel has the ability to not only sing a gospel song or an R&B song, but he has pop. He, his voice is very
in our era.
He's singing with the hardcore rap R&B hip hop artists, but also like he'll be flipping it on R&B and killing it.
Right.
And he's hard on himself, but it's like, boy,
So-
your mama was
I
background
mean,
singer.
it varies, man. Like I'm Eddie Van
He's
Halen.
all over the place.
I'm Pac. Yeah, we everywhere, man.
So to kind of wrap this up, my question to you tonight was an attempt for those of you that are watching. We initially started talking about what to do after a bad show.
Right, because we done went all over the place.
The show that did not go as expected. The show where you did not necessarily connect with the audience. The show where there may have been a miscommunication between you and the band. We started off talking about what to do after that. I just want to, and then I'm going to ask everybody for final words. I want to encourage those of you who are just starting out. Okay, you're just starting out. It may not have gone according to plan. It may have flopped. Okay, in terms of what you envisioned versus what was produced. Okay, don't give up. Hey Tara, how you doing?
Hi.
Don't give up. Don't quit, and don't allow depression to sink in. That's a lot easier said than done. It's a lot easier said than done. A lot of times you have to ignore the negative comments and the negative whatever that comes along with maybe a show that didn't go according to the way you planned. But I want to start with you, Angie. What would be some words of wisdom that you give to a young singer who is starting out, very ambitious, talented, but they maybe have had a string of disappointing shows? What would be something you would say to them?
I would say you just got to keep going. I mean, sometimes that happens. It's part of life. You just learn from each thing that you do. Reflect on what you could have done better. Like I said earlier today, sometimes it's all about learning how to take breaths. Certain breaths you need to take, may not hit a note correctly or whatever, but you just assess yourself. You keep assessing yourself. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as a growth and process. What am I trying to say? It's a process. So you're growing, you're growing into this. I mean, after doing it for a couple of months, it'll be like second nature to you. It's not gonna, you'll grow into it.
You'll grow into it. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a process.
Daryl. Now I know we so for those of y'all waiting on us to go at each other, Daryl and I disagree on a lot, but I still love him.
I disagree with everybody. I don't care. I stand on this island on my own.
But I still love him.
That's my zero.
That's my, I love Daryl. Like
you should love me. I love you too.
All right. But Daryl, what would be something you would say to a young singer who's just starting out, who has not yet come into their confidence yet?
I will say this, and I'm gonna give it to you real. Invest in yourself.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself.
That is good.
Right. Go take the vocal lessons.
Yes.
Go take the acting classes. Go take the music lessons. Go to school. Like if you love music, if you love singing, invest in your craft. The second thing that I would say, because I've invested in my class, my craft, and I've taken classes, is that at the end of the day, mistakes are going to happen.
Period. Say that again, please.
Mistakes are going to happen. Without him, I could do nothing. Without the Lord, my life. Bad note there. But there's beauty in the mistakes.
Right.
There's beauty in the bad show. Right. Because for us, we see it as a bad show. But to the person who's in the audience, you never know who's in the audience. Right. You never know what somebody's going through. You know, so while you're on the side of I hit the bad, this is why I get on Marcel all the time. And I'm going to leave him alone. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but I go in on Marcel. I've cussed Marcel out plenty of times. Plenty of times. Because I think Marcel is an amazing singer, artist, rapper, producer, creator, just all around gifted, talented being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stuff that Marcel puts out to the world, it's just awe-inspiring. His story is awe-inspiring, who he is. You know, like, I believe in encouraging people. And let me pause right here and just say, Walt, you're amazing.
Aww.
Angie, you're amazing. Like, all of you have these amazing stories and the gift and the voice and the music that you share. That's why even in the mistakes, even in the, oh, I fell, oh, the mic fell out, oh, I hit the wrong note, I was late, I you know, all of that stuff, at the end of the day, and I know this, and I'm not going to get emotional, but when somebody says, when you sang that song,
come on,
I was going through it, and when girl or boy or man, you singing that song, really, let that baby cry, honey. Let that baby cry. They blessing the show. But at the end of the day, those mistakes are blessings. So what I would say, and this is the download, your mistakes are blessing other people.
Right.
What you think is imperfect, what you think is a mess up, what you think because you fail is blessing somebody else. So lean into the blessing and lean off of the mistake. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. I love it. Marcel Banks.
I'm actually going to piggyback off of Daryl.
As you should, brother.
What Daryl is asking for, kinfolk, is feeling. Everything don't get it twisted. Be real with yourself.
Right.
Know that you're flat or sharp.
And I like
know that you're on the nose.
I like that.
Okay, always. Outside of that, there's feelings sometimes that just you can't call it. It goes off the.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, and y'all tell me if I'm lying, but I heard this story. One of Stevie's first albums, maybe Intervision or something. They told him it wasn't sonically correct. Like he wasn't supposed to. You can't do that shit. This dude is blind. He hear chords and shit that we just, you know.
Right.
So that's feeling. You get what I'm saying? So don't ever lose that, and don't ever. And in order to keep that, you may have to get your ass off the internet for 6 months
for a moment.
But you're finishing your album because and be very minimal with who you share your work with.
Right.
Because the minute you hear something negative, you're gonna want to go mainstream. Okay. So don't you ever do that shit. Be careful who you play diamonds in the roughs for.
Right.
Can you explain that real quick? Can you explain a diamond in a rough?
Okay, I do a demo in here. It's not mixed. I got 10 different harmonies going on in the background. I ain't mixed at all. I hear that shit because it's my vision. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy I put it on tape. You get what I'm saying? But that shit don't sound right to y'all. It won't. It won't. And the minute I play it and y'all hear it, y'all gonna go, that nigga suck.
Well, I wouldn't, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's I said know who to play it for.
Right.
If your homies know your vibe, look, it's a lot of y'all that don't know me. This man has praised me all night, right? If this man has praised me all night for whatever it is I've done in this man's life, it's the feeling that I've come with. Right. Those lyrics that I come with, they've embarrassed my ass. I've talked about being on child support, homeless. I done gave it to niggas.
But let me tell you, see, I get so much on him because when I hear the music, I'm like, I'm blown away. So be like you say,
keep it going. And Walt, thanks for having me here because that this is a dope ass topic, man.
Absolutely.
All y'all are amazing. I'm sorry to cut y'all, but Marcel and Angie and listen.
So, thank you for tuning in. Please do not forget to go hit that like button, share this video.
Where's the like button?
This is the conversation starter, okay? Mm-hmm. Start this, play this video, and then go have a conversation with your people, okay? We will be back next week. I'm working on whether it will be Wednesday or Thursday, depending on my rehearsal schedule. We'll be here Wednesday or Thursday.
For?
So I play with this band, Dre the Bishop, and the band. I'm part of the band.
Hey, yeah. Andre!
Yes,
shout out to Andre Smith, one of the most talented organist I've. Now, side note, can I just drop this gem?
Real quick.
Andre's known me since I was 16 years old.
Really?
You lying.
Okay. So
ask Andre.
With that, we're going to be discussing things. If you follow the Walt B Connection, you know this is a variety show. We talk about everything on Monday nights. We talk about dating. We talk about freaking. Those of you that know me, the Freaky Pickle Show. The Freaky Pickle Show.
What is the Freaky Pickle?
We gotta talk about the Freaky Pickle.
Okay, so here's just a quick synopsis. This past Monday, we did a show about the history of homosexuality.
Okay.
Chris refers to that show as the Freaky Pickle Show.
It came up on my timeline. I'm gonna watch it after this.
Please watch it. We were not being freaky and nasty. We're actually trying to have a civilized conversation. But you all know
Stonewall and all of that.
You all know. I'm sorry.
We was talking about like Stonewall and all of that.
So we were talking about
penises.
No. We were talking about it from
pickle porn.
pickle porn. We were actually talking about it from the standpoint we were trying to get our young LGBTQ men to accept themselves and not beat themselves up. And not go through this whole phase of self-denial and self-doubt and
2023, baby. Like they like to suicide.
Right. We were trying to stop all of that. But if you follow this platform, I could be on here talking about anything, but I'm trying to dedicate Wednesdays and Thursdays to music. This will be where we come and talk about music. Sometimes it will be hot topics concerning music. Sometimes it will be me giving you singing tips and things that I've learned. For those of you that don't know, I did spend about 10 years being a vocal coach. I can get on here and share some things with you all. I have directed choirs since I was 12. Good choirs. Good choirs. We're not talking about
not Cornell Lamar. Listen, send the link to Cornell and have him sing the benediction. Not Cornell.
Yes,
Cornell needs to sing the benediction. Bring his ass off. Listen,
but we will be back here next week.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
He gonna have an after hour.
Cornell, you need to sing a solo.
We are going to next week. I'm gonna try to get my girl Angie back with me. Of course, any show I do, Daryl can pop up as a guest. I just want y'all to know that.
But hey, Cornell,
you got that right.
Hey, Cornell, I know you got a baby. I know you married, but hey,
I cannot.
Do we got a baby?
Hey, wait, Daryl.
Huh?
What you sipping on?
Right. Because I need some of that.
What you sipping on?
I've had a long day.
I understand. Is that a Long Island?
No, it's not a Long Island.
What is it?
It's nothing. I said, hey.
That thing got some gold in it, just soaking it all in through those.
During these shows, Marcel may pop in. That's Big Bro. Those of y'all that don't know, Marcel is Big Bro. Marcel spoke life into me when I was homeless.
Wait, what?
When I was homeless, you didn't know I was homeless. I was, yeah,
When was
yeah.
You was homeless.
Yes, sleeping in my motherfucking car. But
Oh
God
my
is
God.
good.
God
I'm
is
not there
good.
now. You see, I'm not in my car.
Ain't nobody said you was there now.
I didn't know that, Walt.
You dropped a lot on us, Walt.
Hold on. Is that why you used to avoid me when I used to say let's hook up at T.O.'s and all of that?
Because he was sleeping in his car.
It was all of those good times. So I would only go places, where I was going to get paid and where people couldn't see that half my shit I had was in my car.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk.
Oh, man.
Hey, Christopher. Hey, Cornell.
But
how y'all doing?
Before we leave, everybody tell people how they can follow you on social media. Let's start with you, Marcel. How can people follow you on social media?
I don't know about social media. What's on social media?
I say too much personal shit that'll make y'all leave my page, actually.
You got it. I actually love your content. Angie. Angela. Okay, well, Daryl, while she's Angie.
Baby, I'm with Marcel. Baby, don't follow
me.
Wait,
I was having a conversation because I don't remember my my stuff. Y'all know I'm in my 40s. I don't be doing all this, but I think it's absolutely Angie B.
It is.
Well, go to my page and you'll see her on a number of videos.
I think it's absolutely Angie B on Instagram.
Daryl, how can people follow you?
Do that.
You know what? I don't
because I don't remember it.
You are. How can you follow me? I don't recommend it. But you can follow me on TikTok where I talk about the pastor that tried to hook up with me and take me out on a date, and I did go on a date. You can follow me on Facebook where I talk on live, where I called out New Gethsemane and Mountaintop for being church bullies and church assholes. Or you can follow me on Instagram where you can see a replay of all of it. And I do. Let me tell you, I'm not drunk. That's the funny part.
Can I say this too? Let me say this to all of you as well. I appreciate everybody on this screen. Everybody on this screen is amazing.
Dude, man.
I love the fuck out of Daryl's voice.
Right.
I do. And
right.
I say
with your singers.
I probably get on his nerves because every time this nigga posts a video of him singing, I'm like, Daryl, if you don't sing that shit, I'm gonna reach through this camera and flap the piss out of you. I just love his voice. He says he's classically trained, and I believe him because I hear the scales.
He damn sure is.
He's not just doing. He's not just doing.
Right?
No, you know what's so crazy, Walt? Yeah. Walt, agree with me. Agree with me.
Okay.
Unless he's 10 drinks in on stage, he actually gets real like demanding and serious. Like he's nothing like
why
this.
Are they doing this to me?
He is nothing like this. That nigga hits you like, what's up? Like
If he don't, so when he's on stage, you're not gonna get this joke play. He gonna sing the fuck out of the song. He need the fuck.
He gonna do that either way.
Right.
He gonna do it either way.
I'm gonna send you on a scavenger hunt to go find the fuck that he sang out that song. Okay, but thank you all for tuning in. I will have other musicians on. Some of them will be religious. But I'm still gonna be who the fuck I am. But
you gotta
have this conversation. Oh yes, Marcel.
Yeah, one more. If you choose to want to try to follow all of us, right? If you sell Bitcoin, please don't.
Yeah, I don't want that.
You don't want no part of
it. And want to talk about going to jail, so don't please.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me just say this. I don't want to get ready with you. Baby, all these videos talking about get ready with me, get ready with me, get ready with me.
Thank you, Walt.
No, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir.
Walt, I just want to say thank you.
All right. Put that shadow on it.
She wrote it.
No, I'm just fine. All right. Thank you all. We will be back here next week. God bless you. And as always, remember, I don't know what I was going to say at the
This
end.
needs to be. We need to make this a show.
Let's do it.
This needs to be a vibe.
I'm down.
Right.